By this time last year, I had done, I think, 3 mock drafts because the Bears started 0-4 and were 1-5 through 6 weeks. Well, the Bears were on bye week, and I said, you know what? Why not? Let's do a mock draft here on Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Mock Draft 1.0 coming at you here on today's show. A couple notes here. 5-round mock. Most simulators don't have all 7 rounds yet. Not enough draft analysis out there at this point on the deep prospects. We are using the Pro Football Focus Simulator, which means trades are a possibility. Stay tuned. So that is coming up here on Chicago Bears Now. I just want to know, do you want us to work in more mock drafts? If so, like the video. With the Bears being good, it is not going to be a weekly segment during the season, but maybe we do one a month until the offseason, something like that. If you want that, like the video. If you don't, tell me why in the comments you don't. Say, hey, I just will focus on the draft, the offseason, whatever your reason can be. Hit the like button if you want more Bears mock drafts. Well, it wouldn't be a Bears Now mock if we wouldn't come out of the gates firing. Trade alert. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I want to go get a premier offensive lineman, so I'm going to trade up with the Giants. I'm going to move from 18 to 11, and I'm going to give New York the 50th pick. Maybe they'd ask for a late day 3 pick. I'd probably be willing to do that, but I looked up the math on kind of the draft trade charts. This adds up pretty nicely. Now, sometimes you have to pay a premium in round 1, so it's possible you'd have to add like a 5th or a 6th or something like that. But, and by the way, I'm an idiot. 2025 first-round pick, 2020 across the board. You guys get the gist. 2025, that is the trade in that regard. All right. Kelvin Banks Jr., the Texas offensive lineman. That is who I am taking with the number 11 pick. I want to get a premier offensive lineman, and Kelvin Banks is an absolute stud. 3-year starter at left tackle for Texas. He's gotten better every year. They are the number 1 team in the country, and he is protecting Quinn Ewers and Arch Manning's blind side. He's getting up 0 sacks this year, only 1 hurry, and there's a lot to like about this kid. A lot of reps, like I said, 3-year starter. A lot of scouts, analysts believe he could kick inside if needed, and I like that because I think the Bears could view this as like let's just take a really good player, and if we need to kick him inside, we can, because who knows what we do with Braxton Jones? Who knows where Karan Amagashi fits into the fold? And I just love the combination of size and athleticism here. Like, he's just a hell of a player. From what I've heard, he's an A-plus character kid as well. Lot to like about Kelvin Banks. Keep an eye on Texas down the stretch of this college football season. They play Georgia this Saturday, so keep an eye on that game as well. He is going to be in some high-leverage games, and he's performed well through 2.5 seasons. Would you trade up to get a premier offensive lineman? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I would, because you've got depth across the roster now. Like, this feels like an opportunity to trade up in a draft, whereas Ryan Poles has been a guy that has traded down in drafts more often than not. So let me know. Type Y for yes, you would. Type in for no, you would not. And give us your thoughts on whether or not you would trade up for a premier offensive lineman. Okay, round 2, pick number 36, Princely Umanmielen. I probably slightly butchered that one. This feels a little unlikely. I think when it's all said and done, he sneaks into the first round, but he's kind of all over the place with draft analysts. Some have him in the top 20. I think Dane Brugler's initial top 50, he wasn't on it. So I'm a big fan of his. If he came out last year, he probably would have been like a 3rd or 4th round pick. He transferred from Florida to Ole Miss and is having a pretty damn good year. His pass rush win rate really stands out to me, almost 20%, 6'4", 255. Big guy, not too big though. Like, he's agile. He can win with speed. And I think if you put him on the opposite side of Montez Sweat, you'd feel pretty good about that. Booker could be like your number 3 guy. We'll see if Darrell Taylor's back in the fold. He's obviously on a 1-year deal. You would still have DeMarcus Walker as a utility guy, but I think getting a premier pass rusher in the first couple of rounds is still an area I would like to attack. Back to the offensive line. So obviously you don't have your own 2nd-round pick. We traded that to get Kelvin Banks, but you still get a center, Jonah Monheim out of USC, who was the left tackle for Caleb Williams a couple of years ago. We'll talk about his versatility coming up. He's playing center this year. I think in round 3 it would be great value. But first, we got to show some love to our sponsor. The ticketing partner of this show is Game Time. Use Game Time to get your tickets to your favorite sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, theater, and a whole lot more because you're going to get the best bang for your buck from Game Time. Their newest feature, Game Time Picks, makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play so easy. It's going to filter out the thousands of tickets and kind of just show you different price points throughout the venue. Like, for example, they might say, hey, 200 level is $300 a pop. In that range, you can click there and kind of figure out, okay, this is in my budget or it's not, etc. And then you're able to see, okay, views from the seats. Is this a good vantage point? Yes, it is. Cool. Let's go ahead and buy those tickets. So it's a very cool feature. Whether you're going to a sporting event, concert, comedy show, or anything else that requires purchasing tickets, Game Time has you covered with the lowest prices guaranteed at the last minute as well. Day of the event, you can get tickets with Game Time. It's awesome. Views from the seats, and then super deals, which they typically will kind of flash at you to get you the best bang for your buck on certain tickets. Sometimes you get discounts. Check it out today. Download the Game Time app right now. Use code ChatSports to get $20 off your first purchase only. Terms do apply there. That's code ChatSports, $20 off. Terms apply. What time is it? It is game time. You take a look at Monheim's versatility. I like how he's played all over. Left tackle, 762 snaps in his college career. Right tackle, 716. Center, which is where he's playing this year, almost 400 snaps and counting. Right guard, over 330 snaps. This guy could play all five positions. Now, do you want him playing left tackle in the NFL? Probably not. Like, he's probably better suited as an interior guy or maybe a right tackle, but with Darnell Wright, he probably wouldn't play right tackle for you. Center must be addressed. But the beauty of this guy is if you don't love him as a center, you can play him somewhere else. At worst, he's a great utility guy. So ideally, you come in, he's your center. Him and Caleb have a relationship. He was teammates with Caleb Williams a couple of years ago. So I like that value in the third round. If you're getting linemen on day two, I like guys who can play different spots, and this guy absolutely can. All right, day three here. This pick of note, by the way, would be if the Steelers pick goes from a sixth to a fourth. As of now, that hasn't happened, but we're on our way, right? Justin Fields has played 6 games. If he plays 51% of the snaps, which in theory would just be 9 of the 17 games for Pittsburgh, you're going to get a fourth instead of a sixth. So unless they make a switch to Russ very soon and Fields doesn't play the rest of the season, you're going to get a fourth-round pick here. Howard Cross the third, the defensive tackle out of Notre Dame. Little undersized, but a scrappy player in the fourth round. I like the value here. He's having a breakout year as a pass rusher, has 4 sacks already on the season. I think he could come in, be a utility guy, mix and match with guys like Zach Pickens. So I don't mind that at all here on day 3. And then our last pick here, DJ Giddens, running back, Kansas State. He is really dynamic. If you want to go watch a fun running back in college football, DJ Giddens is that guy. Kansas State's having a good year in the Big 12 as well. And he's been good throughout his collegiate career. Had over 500 yards rushing and 6 touchdowns his freshman year. Last year, he had over 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. This year, he's having a career high in yards per carry as well. He can catch the ball also, so keep an eye on DJ Giddens. And with Khalil Herbert set to hit free agency, this could be a guy you get on day 3 and you've got your 3 backs. DeAndre Swift, Roschon Johnson, and a guy like DJ Giddens. Can catch the ball as well, over 500 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. So definitely excited about him and his future. Maybe, just maybe, he's a Chicago Bear. All right, there you have it. Bears mock draft 1.0, little 5-rounder. Again, like the video if you want more of these in our content. Obviously, as the Bears continue to win and contend, that's going to be the focus. But we might work a mock in every once in a while. Kelvin Banks, Prince Umanmielen, Jonah Monheim, Howard Cross, and DJ Giddens. Let us know how we did. Grade my mock draft 1.0, A, B, C, D, or F. Get your grades down in the comment section below. And if you love this channel, if you enjoy my commentary, if you are a diehard fan of the Chicago Bears, make sure you guys subscribe today. Bear down as always. We'll see you soon.